Fighter segment, and we welcome Risk Manager Specialist Erin Supinsky and Financial Wellness Manager Collin Martin. Welcome back.
Good morning. Thank you. Thanks for having us back.
Yeah, I think I gave you a new title. Risk Management Specialist.
I do manage the risk, yes.
Yes. And that's it. I mean, we've got, one of the things we keep seeing and hearing about is cryptocurrency.
Mm.
I better put my glasses on for this.
Yeah.
Have you seen me in the new glasses yet, Collin?
I have not. I'm excited to see
This will be a
them.
treat for you.
But yes, there's a lot of risk associated with cryptocurrency because of its unregulated nature and it lacks a lot of fraud protections that your traditional banking does have. So it is kind of a risky thing to become involved in, especially in the environment of scams that we have going on.
How do you become a victim? Is it mostly because of lack of information?
A lot of the individuals who are targeted are of the elderly community
Okay.
because of the nature of the technology that's involved, but we do see in our membership a huge variety of age ranges that become victimized by cryptocurrency
Really?
scams. And a lot of it is because people don't quite understand a lot of the complexities that go along with it or the risks that's associated or the fact that if you do put your money into something that is a scam, you're very likely never going to see that money again.
Erin, what type of dollar amounts are we talking here?
It can range a lot. It could be a few $100s or it could be just thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars depending on the individual, the money they have, how well the scammers targeted them. It's a really big variety.
And there's no federal, it's not a currency, official currency of the of the United States.
Correct, yep,
Right.
and that's why it is so widely used by money launderers, by scammers, because it's just a really big area of opportunity for them.
So the president appears to be promoting crypto. Does that give it any kind of, I guess, cred in that there's some...
Yeah, so I mean,
Street
there is
cred.
some legitimacy behind
Yes.
it, right? Like, it's not all a scam, but there are like decentralized platforms that you can invest on that could be scams. If you're looking at, your more regulated ones like the Robinhood, the Coinbase, the ones that are actually like regulated and owned, there are some securities in that, right? But it's when you're looking at other decentralized industries that you can purchase this through, that's not necessarily.
One of the big ones
Yeah.
in the news is Crypto Zoo, which was a scam,
Right.
essentially.
Yep. So it's like a decentralized
deregulated, you're selling a
market that you're trying to buy this on that you don't exactly know who you're giving that money
Sure,
to, right?
You're almost creating a fake market if that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I would say don't invest in Beanie Babies or crypto.
No.
People made a lot of money off Beanie Babies.
People did make a lot of money off Beanie Babies, and there's a lot of people who have become extremely wealthy off cryptocurrency as well.
It's just doing your research and knowing
sure.
that you're doing it in a way that's actually legitimate and you're investing through programs that are designed for that actually, that you've done research on.
Obviously, there are risks in any investment. What are just general risks?
Yeah, I mean, you could lose all of your money.
Yes.
So when you're investing, you're investing to grow your money, right? Ultimately. But what you really need to realize is don't invest more than you're able to lose or afford to lose. Like don't put your whole emergency fund into an investment because that's not a guaranteed.
Right.
When you're doing anything on the stock market, it's not guaranteed that you're going to make money off of that.
Erin, how does someone fall victim to the crypto scam? How do you recognize that you might be being scammed?
There are some really big red flags that you can kind of look for, and one of the big red flags we see, a lot of our victims are told to use Bitcoin ATMs or crypto ATMs. And there is no legitimate company or government that will tell you to deposit your funds in a Bitcoin or cryptocurrency ATM in order to make a payment or to transfer your funds in a way because your account is compromised or whatever reason they're providing for you. So if you're being told to deposit into an ATM like that, you should use caution. And people, I think, don't realize how many of those ATMs are around. Within a half a mile of the JTB station, there are two.
I was going to say there are Bitcoin ATMs.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they are also unregulated, and once your money goes into that Bitcoin ATM and you provide the information from the ATM to the scammer, they'll be asking you for that right away. They can just take that money so fast.
Yeah. I'm going to walk up to a Bitcoin ATM and just see what happens.
Yeah. What comes out of it?
Yeah, what do you do?
You can withdraw, so you can use the cryptocurrency that you have stored in your wallet to withdraw money,
Okay.
right? And it would deduct the coins based on how much money you withdraw. But as far as like Erin's saying, like buying Bitcoin through the ATM or making payments to other people through the ATM, it's a lot more tricky when you're doing that. So again, using your trusted wallets that you can use to transfer the money, so you're not getting it, a hard drive in a landfill somewhere that you can't have access to.
There's a guy that's going through a
Absolutely.
landfill every day.
Yeah, there is. Call the fraud fighters at American One.
Yep.
So a lot of people are nervous about investing right now because of the ups and downs and all the things going on with the various markets. What should people be doing if they really do want to be part of some sort of investment? What should people be doing, I guess, in preparation for that?
Yeah, I mean, if you don't want to do the research on for yourself and really know what you're investing into, talk to a financial advising firm, talk to a brokerage that can handle your investments for you. They'll know the route to take. But if you're looking to do it on yourself, make sure you're doing the research on what you're investing in and making sure you're knowing what kind of risks are involved with that investment. Is it a large company, small company, all this stuff.
You want to invest in a deli with me?
No.
I didn't give you enough time to do the research.
Well, I'm not a big sandwich guy.
Fair enough. Invest in what you know.
Invest in what you know.
If something is a public trading platform and widely known, is it, I guess, trustable?
It can be. Yeah. Again, just do your research on what you're investing in. Again, you're not guaranteed to make money off investing in the stock market. So there's always that risk involved. But typically, if you're using a credible source to use for the investment programs, you should be fine. But just make sure you do your research on those before you just jump in because you think it sounds too good to be true.
The deli would also have soup.
That's not a selling point.
Thank you to our fraud fighters from American One. We appreciate it so much.
Absolutely.
Erin and Collin. If you have any questions, visit thefraudfighters.org. More of the show after this. Stay with us.